Metro Nashville City Council just passed a resolution saying they are not in favor of this tunnel. So why is it still happening? The idea behind the Music City Loop is that they will start building on state property and build underneath state roads. So all they really have to answer to is the state. But we're standing in Nashville. And that's been part of the story, right? We had the Tennessee Chamber of Commerce coming out to say, hey, maybe you don't pass this resolution because, yeah, it's going to look like Nashville wants no part of this. This resolution doesn't necessarily stop any building from happening. It just means that they don't want to be a part of this project that is being built in our very own backyard. But I always go back to the question of, does Nashville have a say? I'm saying all of this knowing that state lawmakers just came up with a new bill where they would have the authority to issue permits for these types of underground projects. And the board would be appointed by the speakers of both chambers and the governor, who are all Republicans. My colleague Chris Davis did the story, and he explained that Nashville would still have a say on the above ground stations, but if there's a decision that goes against continuing these projects, then it's appealed back to the state, where most likely they will have the final say. There were still some council members who said, okay, well, let's go forward with this project and see where it takes us, whereas you have other council members, Delisha Porterfield being one of them, who said, listen, we need to ask more questions here. We're still not getting answers from this company. A lot of you have said, just give me an opportunity to ask about this. Give me an opportunity to know if you're going to be digging underneath my property, like what my rights are. We want to know what the environmental impacts are. We want to know why every other city, with the exception of Las Vegas, has turned you down. And yet when you try to send the Boring Company an email, many of you have gotten responses that amounted to, we'll get back to you. So yeah, for a lot of folks, it's been frustrating, to go through this process and know that every other city has had a say in what happens before they turn down the Boring Company, only for the Boring Company to show up to Nashville and say, yeah, we're just going to do this anyway. Now, someone might say, what's the big deal, right? Because these guys say that they're willing to pay for this tunnel, which would mean no taxpayer involvement whatsoever. And who knows, this could be proof of concept. They could use this as an opportunity to show other states that you can get away with building a tunnel without having to worry about the city's involvement. Who knows? But I'm curious. What do you think?